Greetings, all of my amazing, beautiful soul tribe. Thank you for joining me today and Happy New Year. Happy 2022. I know normally I send out messages for people to join me on a live, but I said, hey, I'm just going to do it and see what happens. Either way, I hope whenever you watch this video that it serves you and that you are embarking on one of the best years of your life. So, I just wanted to talk about today 7 ways, right? 7 ways that you can remove fear and feel safe when communicating or experiencing spirits or energies. Hi, whoever just joined me. Feel free to let me know if you can hear me and see me because I didn't have anyone else on here. So feel free to comment. Yes, you can hear me, and yes, you can see me. Hi, how are you, beautiful? Thank you for joining me. We're doing a fun, quick session today. Thank you. On 7 ways to feel safe and remove fear when communicating and working with or experiencing spirits or energies, right? And coming from a place that I started out on my spiritual journey, I was so afraid. Like, I didn't want anything to do with my gifts because I was so scared that I would bring something in that I didn't know how to control or I didn't understand it. But what I have learned today is that I am absolutely 1000% safe, and that, as my mentor Oliver Nino says, these gifts are a spiritual blessing, not a curse. And it's just a matter of us stepping into that power and remembering who we are. So, number one is set boundaries, right? Set intentions with clear, detailed boundaries. So, when I say that, it's basically like I am not open to receiving messages now, or I only want to receive messages in the form of a dream while I sleep and have the remembrance and knowing of what the message was when I wake up. Or you are not welcome right now, and I will communicate with you when I am ready, right? Set the intention that you have clear boundaries and when in which you want to work with them. It also helps to raise your vibration as well. I would say that's a bonus because I didn't even add that to my list, but I would just say that's a bonus. Raise your vibration, keep your vibration high. And when you do that, that is going to help you also limit the energetic frequencies that are lower that you don't want to experience. It's not that they're negative or disharmonious. It's just you're vibrating at a lower vibration. So it's possible you can experience the lower vibrational beings more easily at that time. So I would say that's a bonus. But number one, set your intentions, set your boundaries, and be very clear with communicating. You can say it out loud, you can say it in your head. Thank you for all of you that are joining me. And we're talking about 7 ways to feel safe and remove fear when you are working with spirits or energies. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I will definitely respond to you. Or you can share anytime that you have felt safe or unsafe, and maybe what you did or what you didn't do and would like to know. So feel free to put that in there. Number two is to create a sign or a symbol that you are open to spiritual communication or you are open to energies, right? So, what I would say is that for me, I had read a book called The Happy Medium. I'm trying to get this camera right, so bear with me. Called The Happy Medium, and by Kim Russo. And it was an incredible book. I would encourage all of you to read that. And that was another way that I learned how to set boundaries and to know that I am protected and that I am more powerful than the spiritual realm. So, for those of you who join me, feel free to ask any questions or comments when you've never felt safe with working with energy and spirit, or how you have learned to feel safe and free from fear as I am now. So, number two, create that sign or symbol is what I was saying. So, I'd light a white candle. So when I light a white candle, Don't get it wrong. There are plenty other times that I'm open and I will use my power, my intention, my mental thoughts to share that. But at the end of the day, I will then um, light a sign or symbol when I'm working with doing a message here, when I am doing medium work or channeling work, and that helps me send that visual symbol to the spiritual world that I'm open to receiving these messages. So, number three is to shield yourself, protect yourself, put a boundary around you. So, when I say shield yourself, you could put yourself in a bubble. One of the ways I would encourage you to do is to put a black and gold diamond around you. So, it's black inside, but it's gold, and there's 33 spheres. So, just imagine it's black with gold all around it and potentially coming through the back. Put that around you, or even a copper pyramid. Imagine a copper pyramid around you. But my beautiful friend Christina and I have talked about this diamond and its impenetrability. And you could even imagine it being as more powerful and impenetrable to the point that the material doesn't even exist on Earth, right? So think about that. So I would say shield yourself in whichever way you feel like works for you. You can even layer them if you want. That will really help you and support you, especially when you begin to open up and activate your spiritual gifts and you may potentially feel overwhelmed with them. So I would say definitely work on your shielding um, and grounding. Don't forget to ground. So, number four is to remember that you have free will. The beautiful thing about the book of life is that we all get to contribute. Those are the Akashic records, and we all have free will. So, no energy, no spirit, or nothing can overwhelm you or overcome you or take all the way over you without free will. So, you have the choice to decide what you allow in your energetic presence and what you don't. That's where your clear boundaries are. That's where you set that intention. And by just remembering free will, and also if you want to remember free will and tapping into adding to the book of life, you can also call on God and call on archangels. Be like, I'm asking you for your divine protection and cleansing and clearing right now. And you can say, right now, I'm overwhelmed. I don't want to have messages or receive messages. Hi, Lindy. Nice to see you. Love you. Aw, besitos to you too. And Happy New Year. We're talking about 7 ways to remove fear and feel safe when working with spirits. So if you have any of those kind of questions, feel free to ask. Um, so the next one is, once you remember that you have free will, you remember that you're always adding to the book of Akashic Records, the book of life, but you can decide what you want to experience and what you don't. Spirit is never stronger than you. All right. So next is use holy water and or Florida water. So I have them. See, holy water, Florida water, love them. And I use them when I'm working with maybe dense energy or heavier energy that I normally work with. And that's just for me, it makes me feel safe, makes me feel protected. I feel the cleansing of it. And it's just another way for me to mentally remember that I am divinely guided and divinely protected, and that these gifts are a blessing. They are not a curse, and they're not something to run away from. They're something to embrace and to empower you and to build your energetic vessel so you can use them to support the world and use them to support and fulfilling your purpose and your mission on earth, right? You could be a Fortune 500 CEO, and that gift of intuition, as you're expanding that, that can help you make some of the most powerful, brilliant, insightful ideas and decisions just by practicing that intuition. So tap into those gifts. They're there for you. So just remember that. But you can use holy water, Florida water, and that will serve you so well. And number 6 is you can have crystals or stones. So say black tourmaline, you can have that around your bed, underneath your bed, to cleanse and prevent and clear negativity, especially while you're sleeping. You could have selenite there as well, a good combination. Selenite never needs to be cleared, it pretty much cleanses itself. So I would tell you that's just a good way to add other elements of layers of helping you feel protected. But I do want to say the root of it starts in your mind, and remembering who you are, and remembering that you have free will, remembering that you can set these intentions and define those boundaries. You can distinguish when you want to share, when you want to receive, and when you just physically can't, right? Um, the next thing is you could also in same with the crystals, you could do salt lamps near your bed as well, or in your room. That'll really help cleanse and clear that heavier energy to bring in for fresh, newer energy, so that way it's vibrating higher. Um, and last but not least, you can place yourself in a Merkaba while you are sleeping. So when you go to sleep, just imagine, visualize a Merkaba around your body, and that uses it, and you kind of use it and set the attention to keep your energetic presence. For me, when I sleep, I astral travel. I didn't even know that was a thing. So crazy. um but I definitely astral travel, and I'm visiting different planes and serving in different capacities. So often I would wake up exhausted even if I had a full night's sleep. So me practicing that and putting myself in the Merkaba really helped me also feel safe, remove fear, and keep more of my energy when I sleep, so that way I can wake up feeling refreshed. So, again, set intentions and boundaries with spirit, communicate telepathically, use your voice, whatever you need to, but be very detailed. Like, I'm only open to hear your messages on Tuesday between 1 and 3. And only if you're at a vibrational frequency that is of love and light and will serve me. Okay? For many of you psychics and mediums, I can understand that that is I think that's where a lot of people feel a lot of those challenges, right? And some people, even when they're feeling overwhelmed with archangels communicating with them and not knowing, oh, are these light or dark or harmonious or disharmonious? So just know they're communicating with you for a reason, not to consume you, not to take over you, but they're here to push you and help you step into your spiritual gifts. Um, don't forget to create a sign or a symbol. I use a white candle, so you could do that. You could do whatever you want. You can put a cross on your forehead. You could say, oh, I use praying hands and I'm open now. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong. You could have a crystal and say, I take it out of my pocket and I put it on the table. I'm open now. And then next is to remember free will. Okay? Free will. Spirit is not stronger than you. They're not more powerful than you. And you have the power to choose or not choose the energetics, beings and spirits or energies that you communicate with or experience. Um, Next, like, use holy water or Florida water if that resonates with you and feels good, for cleansing, for clearing, and protection. I use it and it just makes me feel safe. And black tourmaline, selenite, whatever other energetic crystals that you use for clearing and protection. There's plenty, so the list could go on. But those are just my two suggestions for you. You could put it under your bed. You could put it in your pillow. You could put it around your bed. Um, Also, place yourself in the Merkaba at nighttime when you go to sleep. And ultimately, remember, it starts in your mind, knowing in your heart that only beings of love and light may enter your space. And only beings of love and light can you communicate with. And you can also dictate with them, I only want to see you in a visual form. I only want to hear you in an auditorial form of communication. I only want to see symbols, or so whatever would feel most safe and loving and comfortable for you, right? So try those 7 ways, see how that works for you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm sending you so much love. I love you, love you, love you all. And I look forward to creating one of the best years of our lives together. Love you, love you, love you unconditionally.